They may have worked for their family. They may have gone. What caused the trigger to decide to go down your entrepreneurial path to say, hey, I can do this, or I can do it differently, or can I do it better? What was the trigger that said, I'm going to go do this on my own?
That's a great question. So there's two main components to that. The first one was I had approached my old employer and just, let him know that I was interested in moving up. We were actually at a wedding when I was like, hey, like I'd like to have advancements. At that point had become a licensed plumber, and I love working with my hands and what I was doing, but I've always wanted, like, what's the next challenge? What am I going to do next? And I really didn't feel like it was received well and that there was going to be that pathway to go anywhere. And that was really important to me because it's one of those things where it's great to be in the field, but what happens if I can't work in the field anymore? Because you see right behind me, I have 2 little boys now. That was another big component of I want to be able to start a family. And like, how does that dynamic, those 6,000 women, some of us start families. And so it
Correct.
becomes a little bit trickier because some of the spouses don't have to worry about, like, how are you going to carry a baby while still working for your career? And so that was a big piece of what are the advancements here? It didn't feel like there was ever going to be anything. And then the other component too, and just from like studying culture, like I am a huge culture nut. Like I love looking at and thinking about different ways to improve culture within our team. And in my business plan, I literally, like at the time, because this would have been back in like 2010, Google was a huge deal. They were putting in snack bars and they had foosball tables and they had bidet style toilet seats.
All you millennials like that stuff.
Yes, we do. I know. See, there it is again, right? So they had, created this awesome culture. And in the business plan that I wrote that I presented to the banks, I said, I want to be the Google of plumbing companies. I want to create this really cool culture, this family environment where we truly care about the employee first and making sure that they're well taken care of. And I can tell you that even today, 13 years later, every decision that's made, that is still a major component